Do you want to improve your endurance and ride faster and further? This is one of the key areas that the majority of cyclists want to improve. The question is, how do we do this? What are the training techniques that we can implement into our training that give us the improvements we're looking for? In this video, I'm going to give you 5 things so that you can unlock your endurance potential. In my eyes, one of the most important aspects to improving your endurance is training consistency. It allows your body to adapt and become more efficient at utilizing oxygen, thus improving your cardiovascular system. Over time, your heart and lungs will become stronger, allowing them to deliver oxygen around the body and to the muscles more efficiently, which in turn enhances your endurance. Training consistently will also help adapt your muscles to withstand the demands of the activity, allowing them to grow stronger and more resilient. It will also enable you to withstand longer periods of exertion without fatigue. Now that is key. This increased muscular endurance enables you to sustain higher intensities for extended periods of time. When you ride your bike, your body relies on different energy systems, your anaerobic and aerobic pathways. Now, consistent training helps to improve those energy systems and make them more efficient. Now, the question you're probably going to ask is, how do we help ourselves improve that training consistency? Utilizing different training platforms will help keep you motivated so that you can try and maintain that training consistency. The likes of Strava, Zwift, or any other training platform can help track your workouts. Or then you could go old school with a training diary. And if you want to take it one step further, then I'd recommend a coach. Now, back in the day, you'd probably follow the advice of one man who's really done it all. Got the yellow jersey and more. Yes, his name is Great Eddie Merckx. And he always said, to improve your endurance, you would ride your bike, you guessed it, ride your bike. There's a huge amount of science out there that all go into detail about different training methods. But in my mind, there is still a place for the low intensity, long rides. This is one of the most popular training methods of improving your base fitness. Now, if you want to do this method, you want to look to ride at least 2 hours, preferably more. But the key is you want to make it low intensity. You want to sit at around 60 to 75% of your FTP. That's your functional threshold power. Now, this is so you keep it low intensity and you don't go too hard. It's otherwise known in the cycling world as crystal cranking, pretending your cranks are crystal and not to break them. Why? It's actually the training method I love most. The main benefit of this is to improve your cardiovascular function, which in turn improves your endurance. Now, in addition to your low intensity rides, you also want to add some high intensity efforts into your training. Now, this will help your body make the necessary adjustments to improving your cycling endurance. You want to look to do about 4-minute to 10-minute efforts at 108 to 125% of your FTP. Now, if you do these, what you'll see is an improvement in your maximum power and your functional threshold power too. So it's worth the hard work. Right, let's go. Now, if you are out on just a training ride and you want to add in some high intensity efforts, focusing on the climbs as your higher efforts and the flat as your recovery is a good way to make sure you do them. Now, polarized training is not a new training method, and it has been gaining ground over the last few years, especially among athletes that don't have a huge amount of time in their daily routines. Let's just say the majority of us that aren't in full-time training. So what is polarized training? It's about distributing a specific percentage of an athlete's workload into low intensity and high intensity work. So how does this work? Well, what it means is that you either do 80% at low intensity work and then 20% at really high intensity work. The idea here is you miss out the moderate intensities and you're either going really easy or really hard. Now yes, doing the physical work and the physical activity on the bike is going to help you tremendously. But you also need to think about the things around your training, not specifically on the bike. Proper nutrition and hydration are huge chapters in an athlete's life, and how could it not be? In order to build our cycling endurance, we need to expend a lot of energy. And in order to perform as expected, we need to get these two things right. This means that the body needs all the nutrients in order to cope with the stress of the training. Talking of nutrition, these chews from Precision are delightful. It's like Turkish delight. So there you have it, my way of helping you increase your cycling endurance. If this video has helped you, then hit that thumbs up button. And if you've got any advice for me, then let them know in the comment section below. Now I just gotta do some more efforts so I can improve my endurance.